Hi guys, ready for some math? Before I start my lesson, I wanted to talk to you about what you see on your math assignments. If you go into math and one day it says, do iReady lessons for 40 minutes, which I don't think we're going to do that anymore. But if you ever see that, just know that you can always do some lessons and then you can split up your time and do some of the games too, okay? But today, for my math group, we are doing what I think for most of us is going to be a bit of a review. We're starting a new little lesson, and this lesson is really all about skip counting and how we can be at different spots and just do some skip counting along the way. So I think we're going to start pretty easy. I was up in my daughter Olivia's room today, and I was noticing that she had some pencils, some colored pencils. She told me that she has 45 so far, and she said she'd been counting them in groups of 5. So I wanted to do that with you. I've got them right here. So she's got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45. So she has 45, altogether 45 colored pencils. Okay, so she tells me that she knows what the next 6 numbers are going to be if she keeps counting by 5s. So remember, she's at, pop this up here for you guys to see, she's at 45. We want to figure out the next 6 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So can you do that with me? I'm going to give you a minute. You can always pause me if I ever ask you to do something. Pause me and then come back and I'll be here waiting. So 45, 5 more would be 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Good mathematicians always go back and double check their works. First of all, it asked me for 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to check my math. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Going to check it with my pencils. Okay, so I've got 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more groups of colored pencils. So I've got 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Indeed, I have 75. And I looked at it a couple of different ways, right? We're learning as mathematicians that you don't always have to do math the same way that your friend does it. So we've done it a couple of different ways. Okay, so let's see what comes next. We are looking at when I'm skip counting, I'm not always going to be counting by 5s, right? Sometimes I'll count by 10s. Sometimes I'll count by 2s. Sometimes I'll count by 1. Here's what I want to talk about right now. I want to count by 10s. Now, here I am. I'm counting by 10s, and I'm way up here in the 130 world, okay? So I have 130, 140, 150. And the question is asking me, what are the next 3 numbers? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the next 3 numbers. So I've got 130, 140, 150. I know I'm counting by 10s. Go ahead and fill in the next 3 numbers. Pause me. I'm here. Okay, so 150, 10 more, 160, 10 more, 170, 10 more, 180. Bonus question. What is the only number that changed as we were going up, counting by 10s? Was it the 1 spot, the 10 spot, or the 100 spot? If you said it was the 10 spot, you were right. Because look, it's counting up in just my 10 spot. Cool? Easy? Okay. Let's take another look. Ooh, what if I said to you, I want you to count by hundreds? So we know that when we counted by 10s, the 10 spot changed. So if we count by hundreds, I wonder, do you think, what's your prediction? I think that the 100 spot is going to change. So let's count by 100. Let's see, let's start at 500. if I'm counting up and I need the next 3, counting by hundreds, 500. Got this one? 600. Easy. 700. Yes? 800. What is the only digit that changed as I was counting up? The digit in the hundreds spot was the only one that changed. Can I go backwards and skip count too? So let me show you what I mean. If I'm starting at 700 and I want to count backwards by hundreds, can I do that? Pretty easy, right? 700, 600, 500, 400. Notice. My 100 spot is the only spot that changed as I was counting backwards. Okay? So really, if you can count by ones, you can just change yourself. Because if I was counting backwards by ones, I'd be 7, 6, 5, 4, right? And if I look up at my hundreds, I did the same thing, just in the hundreds. I had all those hundreds in front of it. Cool, right? Okay. So today when you go over to, oh, wait a minute. I have one more. Sorry. I missed my last question. Here's your last question. Ready? I'm going to read it, and I want you to write down what you think is important to know. Don't start answering it yet. Just write down what you think is important. Okay, Remy, my friend Remy. Hi, Remy. He's counting notebooks in the school store. So far, he has counted 120 notebooks. So 120 notebooks. So far, he is counting by tens. He's counting by tens. He has 120. He's counting by tens. So that's important to me too. What are the next 5 numbers that are going to come up for him? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So those are all the things I need to figure out. Go ahead and pause me. Figure it out. What are the next 5 numbers? When you are back, are you back? The next 5 numbers counting by tens are 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. So there they are. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye here. You're going to go over to your iReady Math, and you will see some lessons that are similar to what we just worked on. Get those done, and then you can spend some time on the games if you want to. Okay, see you tomorrow, mathematicians. Bye.